It's kind of funny looking back at the time in the Grampians. I came here in 2009, and then 2011, 2016 was the first time I drove down to the Grampians with the intention of the Wheel of Life. I think in total I've probably hung out in the Grampians about a year of my life. So, you know, the Grampians as a place, it's pretty meaningful. Deciding to try the Wheel of Life was that it's a king line, it's on home turf. I mean, it's 1,200 kilometres away, but it's still in Australia. You do not need a belayer. It's pretty much always in the shade. It's always in good conditions. And you just have to drive here. It's so accessible. With 3 boulder pads, you can do the Wheel of Life. I had a few trips in the summer which were just to see if my training was on plan and I was tracking in the right direction. But there's 2 of those I remember in particular which were, they were brutal. I'd trained all winter and I came down to the Grampians for 4 days and I got schooled, and it was that summer trip in particular. I definitely had to have a hard think about if it was worth coming back, because yeah, it didn't really feel possible then. I think after those bad times, like where you get beaten, it's hard work, and then you get home and like life gets the better of you. I think it's easy not to. Yeah, it's easy to just walk away, and I think like the main thing that draws you back is that, I don't know, day-to-day life's pretty simple. It's pretty easy, and having a challenge that pushes you mentally and physically is, I think it's rewarding. And I think that is the main, like, you know, you have those moments where you like, I can't be bothered going back down, or it's easy, or it's too far, it's hard, it's hot, it's the Grampians, I've got good rock at home, you know. I've been there before, what new experiences is there, but when you get it done, it's worth it. The trip that I managed to link the first 3 problems was a massive breakthrough, but it was also like, it puts the stress of getting it done off the Richter scale. I think the stress came from the realization that I could do it, but also like I just got to the crux. So it's like, oh yeah, I can do the first 3 boulders, but I've still got the crux to do it. And the cave really to get to the top of the cave, you have to be above that last boulder problem, and that really scared the shit out of me, thinking that shit was just getting real. Like it was just the beginning of the real climbing. And I think at those kind of moments, it's pretty easy to walk away, but I'd invested so much time, and the cave became so much a part of the last few years. I kind of had a little bit of time off, and then decided to step the fuck up and put in like training to the next level and have a real crack. So once I kind of decided that I'm gonna do it, I basically, like, the training just notched up, and for the people around me, they probably realized it. And I just think I just took every aspect of the training. I didn't really do anything new. I knew I was on the right trajectory, but I just notched it up. I turned the dial up, and I focused way more on body tension, this power endurance, hanging upside down, like being comfortable breathing. And I just trained hard and hard every day, 6 days a week. It's what I did, and I was completely obsessed. And it's hard. It was, it took 2 years of my life of hard work, dedication, and sacrifices. They're all asleep. Super tension, Oh man! You can't get anger at it. You just gotta, yeah. Get this fucking abs working. The crux of the cave is the lip, dead can't dance move, and then there's this really awesome like toe draggy snatch, and I fell off there 5 times, and your tension is just shot. You've been hanging upside down for 10 minutes, and all you want to do is sit down on the mat the whole time. You're wrestling this, like, you're just wrestling it. Like, it just wants to put you back on the ground. But and I think, like, after falling off the end 5 times, so that's 60 moves of the hardest climbing I've ever done, and you fall in the same spot 5 times, there's definitely like little parts of your brain start to think, like, is this in your head? Like, are you good enough to do it? Like, is it going to become another epic? But I tried to, like, all those negative thoughts, like, they were definitely in the back of my mind, but I put them and squashed them, and you just gotta crush them, crush those negative thoughts and power through.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on.
I think like having done it, I mean, as corny as it is, like you just feel like you can achieve things. And I mean, like when people say like if you work hard you can do it, it's all blah 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 blah, but it's pretty true. It's not like it won't happen easy, but you've got to want to do it, I think. And this was something that came, like I really wanted to do this climb. Thing is that I worked my ass off. Yeah, like I sacrificed a lot, and it wasn't anyone else's goal, it was my goal. And I think that's the thing that I take away from it. Like whatever I choose to do next, if I put the same amount of energy, maybe it'll require a little bit more than this one. It's going down. A lot of people talk about visualization, and you know, you've got to visualize getting to the top. And what I'd visualized was actually nothing like when I did top out, because it was way fucking better. And I was so fucking psyched. Oh, it's so good, and still to this day, it's the best thing in the world.